Good morning, guys. It is the second day of my trip to Istanbul, and I'm going now to the Galata Tower. The weather is different from yesterday. There are some clouds, there is some wind, and it is much cooler. So let's see. Meanwhile, I want to show you some kind of market in which I stumbled upon my travel to the Galata Tower. Here you can see it. This is not the Capella Church that I meant to show you yesterday. It is something different, but it is also very impressive. It is Sunday morning. Many businesses are closed in the other places, but here you can see that almost everything is working. These are just the types of places that I like to show, the local markets. Albeit I'm not sure how local this is. There are also a lot of tourists here, but anyway, it is well made and very impressive to be seen. Currently, I don't have anything to buy. Maybe later, when I finish my tourist program, I will watch for something sweet, but we will see that later. This is the end of the market, so I will continue towards the Galata Tower. I just arrived near the Galata bridge. As you can see, this is a famous walk place for people. There are a lot of businesses near the sea, but some of them are closed because it is Sunday and it is relatively early, around 9. There is even a boat for tourists. Some people are fishing, and this is the Galata Tower in the distance. You should be able to see it now, and this is the bridge. It also has a pedestrian part, so I will go via it to the Beyoğlu neighborhood, and after that we'll go to the tower. Here is the bridge itself. As you can see, there are many people fishing. Obviously a popular place for fishermen. If I manage to get a blank place, I will try to show you also the view of the Bosphorus. But I'm not sure if I will be able to do that because almost every possible spot is taken by fishermen. Maybe here is our place. This is the Bosphorus. You can see some of the newer bridges. This one is relatively old. So let me continue, guys, and I will get back from the tower. This is the Galata Tower. You can see it in the distance. I'm almost next to it, in fact, but it blends perfectly in the normal neighborhood between the other buildings. This tower was built in 1348 by Italians from Genoa during the time when the Latins controlled Constantinople and created the short-lived Latin Empire. Let me see what I can show from outside, because even for my wide field of view, this is really huge and difficult to have it in one place. Let's see, yeah. Here you can see it. I will also try to get inside. Here is the very interesting looking ticket office. So let's see. This is the inside of the tower, or specifically the sixth floor where the lift comes. Here is an interesting medieval boat model. We will now go to the top from where we should have a very good panorama of the city. In fact, the ticket is needed only for this. There is not too much interesting things inside the tower itself. The idea is the panorama, and the ticket costs around 30 euro or 1,325 lira. Here is the panorama that you get from the city. It is also very noisy here because there are many other tourists. I think there is one more upper floor. I will try to also get there. Here is also very interesting structure. And we also have views towards the Bosphorus. Okay, let me try to get to the top and I will be back from there. Here is the top level of the tower. And you can also get outside, which we will do in a second. Here is really good panorama over the city. There you go. Here it is a little bit more calm. You can see the Galata bridge in the distance that I used to cross, as well as two other bridges over the Bosphorus. And here is the other part of the city. Overall, very beautiful place. For me at least, it deserves the money. Okay guys, going to the next object, Dolmabahce Palace. Here you can see the typical way that such structures were built back in Byzantine times, with the stones and the bricks, combination of both. Well preserved.
İstanbul, dünya deniz ticaretinin medeniyetler boyunca bir araya geldiği
And here are some artifacts from this Latin period, Latin presence here.
Anadolu'ya yerleşen Türklerin Çaka Bey önderliğinde başlatacağı Türk denizcilik tarihi Bizans'a karşı savaşan
The lower
Osmanlı'ya
floors are in fact some kind of a museum.
Öte yandan jeopolitik önemiyle Haliç, ticaretin merkezi olarak başta Ceneviz ve Redif olmak üzere deniz devletlerinin gözdesi olacak.
And this is how you go down. You don't use the elevator, you use the stairs. And it is very interesting as this is relatively narrow. Some old pictures of the Galata Tower from past periods. From here the view is really beautiful. You can see the whole tower and the region around it. I am close to the Dolmabahce Palace now, but let me show you before that the region of the port. It looks very modern. I think that this is some kind of passenger port because there are a lot of people here and also some boats which looks to be passenger boats. But let's see from up close what exactly we have here. Maybe the entrance is from somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly how this works, but anyway, at least we can see what's going on. Yeah, this definitely seems to be a passenger port. This is the waiting room there, and these boats are waiting for their passengers. Yeah, passenger exit, no entry, so yeah, it is clear. Okay, continuing to the Dolmabahce Palace. Some more boats waiting for Bosphorus tours for tourists, and also great view of the sea. In the distance is the Dolmabahce Palace where I'm going and should be there soon. I have finally reached the Dolmabahce Palace, and this is the clock tower, or Saat Kulesi as it is known in Turkish. Now I have to go to the ticket office, which I think I see in the distance, and when I'm inside I will continue filming. I just bought the ticket and this is the one for the entrance. It was a quick buy, there was not too many people. The ticket costs 1,500 Turkish lira, which is around 33-34 euros, something like that. Let me get inside and I will show you what we have. We are officially inside the Dolmabahce Palace. This is the entrance to the main courtyard. And while walking, let me give you some information about this place. It was ordered to be built by the 31st Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. His name was Abdülmecid I, and it was built between the years 1843 and 1856. It served as the main administrative center of the Ottoman Empire from 1856 to 1887, and then from 1909 to 1922. So this is the palace that inherited the Topkapı Palace that we saw yesterday, and now we will see it also from inside. The main courtyard looks good, just as expected for such an object. We have a lot of flowers. We have a lake here with a fountain, which is also very beautiful. We have a lot of tourists, which is unavoidable and pretty much expected. So let me get inside and I'll continue from there. Looking at this palace, you can see the clear evolution compared with the Topkapi Palace that we saw yesterday. The Topkapi Palace was much more Arabic, let's call it, because it was built much earlier. And this palace here definitely seems to be influenced by the European palaces at that time. Whoever have been to the Central European cities like Vienna, Budapest and so on can clearly see the resemblance. It will be interesting to see it also from inside, which will happen in a bit. But yeah, definitely from the outside it looks much more modern than the old palace.
Και το μεγαλύτερο χαλί που είναι στο παλάτι είναι αυτό που βλέπεις τώρα εδώ.
This is the exit of the Dolmabahce Palace after the tour. I couldn't talk there because it is absolutely forbidden to take any photos or videos inside, no matter if it is with a normal camera, action camera, phone. Everything is 100% forbidden, and they have people in many places looking that you don't take pictures or videos. I have managed to get some footage, but we will see what exactly we'll be able to deliver when I get back home. Anyway, this palace looks really good from the inside. Just as I expected, it has a resemblance to the European palaces of that time, and I highly recommend visiting it. There are some very beautiful places inside, and the price is even more affordable than the Topkapi Palace. Affordable is not maybe the correct word, but it's not so expensive like the Topkapi. So I recommend visiting both palaces as they are very different. And here there are also some good views towards the Bosphorus. So that's about it from the Dolmabahce Palace, guys. It was interesting. I am glad that I came here to visit it because it is around maybe 2-3 kilometers from the Galata Tower. It's not so close, but yeah, it was a good walk and definitely deserves it. So let me try to find a place to eat because it is almost 11 now and I have some walk to get back to the more touristy part, and after that I will continue the exploration. I have just arrived at Taksim Square. This is the beginning of it. Obviously they are celebrating 101 years of the creation of the Turkish Republic. This is Mustafa Kemal, also known as Atatürk or the father of all Turks. He is a very respected person here in Turkey. This is a big mosque. I have no idea which one exactly. And there is also an old tramway, which is maybe some kind of a tourist attraction. Let's have a close look at it. In fact, it seems to be working. Maybe it is part of the public transport. Ah, yeah, definitely it is working. This place, the Taksim Square, is very famous because when there are some protests or other such activities, they usually happen here. Now, fortunately, it is quiet. It is Sunday, almost at noon. There are not a lot of people. So, overall, pleasant place to visit. And now I will have to focus on finding something to eat because it is almost 12. I decided to get a shawarma or doner as it is known here. It looks very delicious, it is full of meat, and I also have an ayran. And this is all for just 310 lira, which is something like 7 euros, something like that. It's really good. This was a great lunch. I got a beef wrap, I got an ayran, and I also got freshly made juice from pomegranate, and this all cost me around 15 euro. So it is on the affordable side, at least from what I have seen now. This street which I'm showing you is called the Istiklal Street, and it is a very famous pedestrian street with a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants on it. As you can see, people are using it to walk, to shop, to have fun. So this should get me back to the Istiklal Square later, and I will get back to you guys. As you can see, there are a lot of people dressed with t-shirts of Galatasaray. This is because they won the Turkish Super League, I think yesterday, and today they will have some celebrations, and we are also very close. And in fact, I think we are in their neighborhood, which is around Galata, so that's why you see some people preparing to celebrate the title. This place here is called Çiçek Passagie, and it is famous with many restaurants that are located in quite a few space. I already ate for lunch, so I will most probably not sit here, or if I sit, it will be just to have a beer, but maybe this will be a little bit later. But anyway, here is how it looks. It's a beautiful place. You think that this is just a single shop when you enter, but in fact there are many restaurants here.
Buyurun, hoş geldiniz. Buyurun.
This is another street, mainly seafood based. And of course there are also many other shops, jewelry, restaurants, but most restaurants are for fish. This is interesting. This looks a little bit more native, not too touristy. Of course there are also tourists here, but Edinburgh pub. Maybe I can drink beer here. I can just show you guys. This is the beer. Here prices are much better than at the old neighborhood where I was yesterday. It is still a tourist. Thank you very much. And here we have a big glass with FS. Okay, that's great. See you in a bit. I am close to my next object, which is this so-called Iron Church. It is Bulgarian Orthodox Church, which was built in 1896, and it was built by pre-built iron elements, which were just put together here. So this is a unique church. At least I don't know for something which is similar to this. Let's see how to get there. Most probably it was not the way that people meant to go here. It should be somewhere here. Meanwhile, let me share some experience with the bus public transport. Public transport is okay itself, the bus was good, but you enter just from the front door, not the rear ones, and you can only pay with card, no cash. For some reason, paying with my phone didn't work, no matter if I tried Visa or MasterCard, so I needed to put a physical card at the machine, and after that it worked properly. So just keep that in mind if you need to take a bus. Yesterday with the subway there was absolutely no such problems. Okay guys, let me find the church and I will get back. Here it is, the Iron Church of Saint Stefan. It looks very beautiful. And here, and it is really interesting. Let me get up close so that you can see the unique way it was built. You can see the iron elements which were put together, and I will also try to take pictures from inside. I'm not sure if it is allowed, so let me see. Okay, turned out that it is forbidden to take pictures and photos inside. Here is a front view and here is the other side also. I managed to sneak a quick video just to show you how it looks. I don't know how the video looks, we'll check that when I get back home. Okay, that's it from the Saint Stefan Church. I don't have any other major objects that I have planned to visit. So let me check what else we can do before the weather turns bad, and I will see you later. Good afternoon guys, afternoon coming slowly to evening, it is around 6:15 now, and I just stumbled upon this beautiful square with fountain, with a lot of places where you can meet. My target is to find a place which will not be as expensive as the ones that I had yesterday, so I am now going towards the sea. Let's see what we can find. I have some options on the list, but I just wanted to share with you the beautiful view of this part of the neighborhood. A lovely place for everybody who loves good food and drink. This is the place which I was looking for. Let's see what we have here. Guys, let me show you the menu. It is much cheaper than the other places which I have eaten in the last 2 days. You can see the kebabs here are around 450, while at most places they are 550 to 600. And the beer, which is very important for me, is also quite affordable. This is the cheapest beer in a pub that I could see here. Simply great. Here is also the food. As you can see, it looks very good. I also have bread and some kind of appetizer with it. And the food itself costs just around 10 euro. So here prices are really good. Well guys, this was a great dinner. I had one kebab, I had two very big beers, 700 milliliters each, draft FS, and I also had a künefe, which was, this is a Turkish dessert. It is very delicious. And all of this cost me just 24 euro, which is impressive compared with the experience that I had yesterday, when I paid much more. So if you wonder if there is affordable, at least compared with Sofia, which is not cheap by any way. But yeah, if you wonder if there are affordable places in Istanbul, yes there are, but you have to look for them, and it is not so easy because for some reason Google Maps here doesn't provide price ratings, and you have to look the pictures of menus which are uploaded by people, and even this is not 100% guarantee because the inflation here is really high, and pictures from just months ago have nothing to do with the current situation. I think I found a place to buy some beer for the hotel, so I will interrupt the video here and continue in a minute. I found some interesting beers in this shop, which is not the typical FS, but I will share more about them when I get back to the hotel. After all, here it is a Muslim country and you can't drink in the streets, and this is completely normal. So, while walking back to my hotel, what are my impressions for these 2 days of Istanbul? Well, Istanbul is a city which is not very different from big cities in Eastern Europe. Yes, it is a Muslim city. There is some more Oriental element, if you can call it this way. But generally, it is just like other very big cities. It is definitely a good place to visit for a few days, but do not expect it to be dirty cheap just because it is outside of European Union. People here have very high inflation, which makes the prices constantly changing. So if you visit, ensure to check what are the current exchange rates and what prices you should expect. In the very touristy areas, you can expect prices which are on the level of maybe Central Europe for food, and even Western and Northern Europe for alcohol. Maybe Northern no, but Western. So you should keep that in mind. Do your research, do your homework. But overall, I recommend visiting. There is a lot of history in this city. It was a heart of more than one empire, so there is definitely a lot to be seen. Okay guys, I am back at my hotel room. So let me show you what I found in the beer store. I have absolutely no idea what these beers are. The name seems to be Russian, but are they produced in Russia or they are just for this market here because there are a lot of Russian tourists? I'm not exactly sure. I think they are Russian, but anyway, okay, I will test this and let you know what we have. Let's try first the white one. In fact, this is pretty good. Okay, one last thing I want to mention is about the security, because many people are frightened from Istanbul, thinking that security here is not good. There are two aspects of this. One aspect is the normal security related with crime. In fact, in the neighborhoods that I explored, which are the Sultan Ahmet, Beyoğlu and Galata also, I didn't see anything frightening. Yes, there are some regions where you can see homeless people. There are some regions which are run down and more dirty. But run down and more dirty doesn't necessarily mean that this is a shady area. These things are not always related. So to sum it up, I never felt frightened here regarding crime. And the other security aspect is the terrorist aspect. Well, I will not lie to you, sometimes terrorist attacks happen in Istanbul, but this is something that you can't take any measures for it. So if you want to completely avoid such countries, it is your choice, of course, but for me the risk is low and it is acceptable. Okay, guys, let me taste these beers, and with this I will finish the Istanbul video. Have a good night. Bye.